My dear friends, today, on the request of some of my friends or well-wishers, I am going to address you in English language. Please bear with me. Normally, I always prefer to talk in Hindi, which is a common language among us. As you know, that this lockdown has its disastrous economic consequences in our country. Since the wheels of the factories and the productivity are run by our labor, our industries cannot run without our labor. And the labor practically has gone to their villages. And now, since the government is trying to open the economy, giving concessions, they have also announced a 20 lakhs crores package to revive the economy. The problems and the consequences of these lockdowns are very serious. As you know, our worthy Prime Minister, who is a visionary and determined to see and ensure that we have the minimum possible deaths due to this coronavirus. And comparatively, we have succeeded in this venture. But nevertheless, we should realize that after the lockdown, when it started on 25th March of this year, the better course would have been that the government of India should have announced a program of at least a period of a week to let all the people, all the migrants, labor, all the persons who are working in different states, and if they want to go to their home states, that some sort of concession should have been given. If that type of a public notification could have been made at the initial stage, then the consequences of this lockdown, where so many our labor brothers had died due to accidents on railway tracks and suffered a lot of miseries and financial difficulties. You can very well visualize your friends. If you are living in a different state, working over there, and you have lost your jobs, you have lost the lodging facilities, then you have only option to go to your home. Now, all these labor have gone to their homes with the villages with the convictions that it is better to die in their home rather than in different states. And some of them, as I read in newspapers, have vowed not to return. But here one point is worth consideration, and that is, we should think why these people have left their homes for these larger big cities. Because they lack opportunities in their villages. There is no employment, there is no productivity, there are no industries. They have left their villages under those compulsions to make a career in cities. Now, once they have gone to their villages, how long they will survive over there? And how our industries and factories will run without labor? So if we have to revive our economy, if we have to again put the wheels of the machineries of our factories and industries move on, then we need labor. And again, this problem is coming before us that we will require this labor to return. After, say, 15 days or a month or so, these people will again feel the pinch of poverty and depravity, the pinch of squalor. It is due to their poverty that they have come to the cities to earn a living. Dear friends, we as a federal state, we as a democratic state, we own a responsibility autonomy of the states, and the center also is under legal and moral obligations to ensure that irrespective of the political hue and color or system, the center must economically help all these states in proportion to their populations or in proportion to the loss or damage, economic damage they have suffered. As for example, now you have seen the devastation due to the cyclonic winds in Orissa and West Bengal. The government of India, which announced a financial help of 15,000 crores, 15 lakhs crores, 1,000 for West Bengal and 500 for Orissa, is very on the low side. A simple assessment will need, as I understand, not less than 12 lakhs crores. So, all these states, wherever these economic devastation has taken place severely, are to be helped. As for example, the problem is severe in case of Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, UP, and your own Delhi itself. As far as our capital Delhi is concerned, we are dependent on the adjoining states, Haryana, Rajasthan, UP, for all our daily needs. It is not like that we seal every time borders, do not allow the people to move as per the need, because for essentials we depend upon them. If we do not get the things of daily consumptions, then the price will soar, because it will be difficult to meet the demands of the people so far the necessities of life are concerned. Now, as we talk of the federalism, a cooperative federalism, in this context, it has become now very essential that all these states should be given a proper economic package to meet their economic demands and to meet the challenge posed by the coronavirus. We cannot differentiate them, whatever the government they are in, because every political system, every political leader in our country, they are all faithful to the country. All wants this fight to be won collectively. It is the responsibility not on all the government but all of the people, all the citizens of this country, to ensure that the people do not go hungry. People do not suffer. That is the collective responsibility. That is the responsibility of the center state, that they should coordinate their activities in such a way that the people do not suffer. I recollect, in such a situation, Gandhiji used to say that whenever the government wants to take decisions in any matter, they should always think of the common man, the man in the street. Then only can see that whatever measures were taking, whether they are going to benefit the common man. It is the common man in whose interest we are supposed to work. And it is not only the government of the state government, the central government, but we the people of India collectively who are responsible for each and every activities of the country. We are all responsible to ensure that this coronavirus is defeated, and this would only be defeated not by the defeatist mentality, but a dogged will. And my dear friends, by our scientists, not only of the country, but other countries also always engage consistently and continuously to ensure that as early as possible, some vaccine, some medicine is invented so that this coronavirus is defeated and cured. Yes, comparatively, if you see that the casualties, the fatalities in our country are lesser than other countries, this has been the advantage of the early lockdown. But we must have visualized how long this will continue. We cannot keep the entire country locked down for an indefinite period. So, the life, its activities, lockdown, all these should have to go concurrently. They should go side by side. The life should go, the life should run. The economic activities should go, take place, the production should take place. We cannot shut it down. Simultaneously, we can take normal precautions of social distancing, wearing masks, and practice cleanliness as advised by our scientists and doctors. So if we do all these things collectively, have a better coordinations in our activities, as I already also said, that centralizations of all these activities at a particular place is not the answer. The best course is delegation of power, decentralization. I earlier also stated that at the district level, the lower level, the NGOs should be involved, the local MPs or MLAs should be involved, the people should be involved in these activities, so that we may collectively at lower level also feel that it is not only the government task, it is the fight of the people against the coronavirus. Decentralization and delegation is essential. So centralization of activities, centralization of power, centralization for directions. I think the chief minister of the states should have more say and more discretions to take decisions in the matter, albeit under the proper and wise advices and directions at the central level. So if you keep all these points in view, I'm sure that as early as possible, we will come out of this coronavirus disease. We will cure our people, and again we will be in a position to ensure that the economic wheels, the economic pace of this country is accelerated. We again are in a position to bring our country back in its normal life. So if we take all these points in considerations, so proper planning, proper implementations, and proper visualizations of the consequences of all our activities is essential to see. We should first think, plan, execute. If we do follow these all points, so I'm sure that we are going to succeed in this matter. Thank you, dear sir, for bearing me, and thank you once again. Jai Hind.